Hi everyone. I guess we're in day one of official lockdown. And in my wellbeing tip today, I'm going to begin the inner journey. And I want to talk this morning just for a couple of minutes about there being two minds, two ways of using your mind. And the first way of using your mind, we're all probably very familiar with. It's what we come to think of as thinking. And thinking is very, very important, and some of us don't do it enough. Thinking is the ability to consider a problem, to mull something over in our mind, to imagine something, okay, and it all happens up here. So, thinking, hopefully, we're all familiar with. But we also probably are aware that thinking can create and is the source of our stress. Because thinking is where we consider things that may happen in the future that concern or worry us. So all our worrying happens in our thinking. Or it can also be a source of sadness or anguish or depression when we dwell on the past. And these are the two places thinking usually happens, either in the in the future, worrying about what might happen, planning for what's going to happen, or in the past, going over and over things that did happen, that shouldn't have happened, things we should have said, and these are both sources of stress for us potentially. Now, thinking's good, thinking's important, but if thinking is the only way of using our mind that we're aware of, then we will get stressed, we will get unhealthy. And there's actually a second way of using our mind that we're all capable of doing and is actually part of our everyday experience, but we're just often not very conscious of it. And it's the second way of using our mind that is the key to what people call mindfulness. And it's the key to what happens when people meditate. The second way of using our mind is located in the present moment, always in the now. It's a very different experience to thinking. It's a way of using our mind that actually makes us feel completely at ease, peaceful. There are no problems when we are engaged in the second way of using our mind. You may say, but of course we've always got problems. Well, your problems are only present to you when you're thinking about them, when you're worrying about, well, when's this lockdown going to finish and how am I going to entertain myself and when am I going to next be able to have McDonald's? But the second mode of thinking is always a state of harmony and well-being. And the second mode of using your mind is called awareness. Now, awareness, if you like, is something that we're always in. It's kind of like the ocean that the fish are always swimming in. If you said to a fish, let me describe water to you, it would be very hard because they're always in it. Well, awareness is like this for us. But there are some really simple exercises I can give you or illustrations to demonstrate to you what awareness is. For example, as you're sitting there in this moment watching this video, just see if you can become aware of the sensations in your left hand. Take a moment just to feel your left hand. Not to think about it, not to look at it, not to picture it, but just as I've mentioned your left hand, perhaps you're beginning to become aware of the sensations in it. Perhaps you can feel that slight presence of tingling or aliveness in your left hand. And the more you allow your attention to move to your left hand, perhaps the more you'll become aware of the sensations and the feeling of having a left hand. Notice that you can actually shift that awareness now to your right hand. Notice that as you become aware of your right hand, you begin to become more aware of the sensations, the feeling of aliveness in your right hand. And you can shift this awareness all around your body. You can become aware right now of the feeling of the seat that you're sitting in and where it touches your body. Become aware of what's pressed against your back or your buttocks. Become aware of the sensation of your feet. Perhaps you can feel them, the weight of them on the floor. Perhaps you can feel your shoes or your footwear around your feet. And this technique of shifting into awareness of your body is really helpful for people who struggle to get to sleep. When we struggle to get to sleep, it's often because we're thinking. We're thinking about the future, we're worrying. We're thinking about the past, we're dwelling, we're going over the past. And this busyness releases chemicals. This busyness of our mind releases chemicals, one in particular called cortisol, which is the source of our stress, which makes us think that we need to be ready for action. And so our body is becoming ready for action, which isn't helpful when we're trying to get to sleep. So if you're one of these people whose mind is ticking over and working overtime as you're lying down to sleep, practice becoming aware of your body. Start at your feet and become aware of your body and its different parts, going up from your calves up to your thighs. Go up your whole body as a way to help you relax. And at the end of doing that, if you're able to put your awareness into your body, become aware of your body, and do that for even just a few minutes, you'll notice that you relax. You'll notice a sense of well-being. So that's it. That's all I want to do today, is just introduce you to that awareness. But we're going to be doing a lot more exploring of awareness, exploring our own mind, exploring our own inner space while we're a little bit confined in our exploration of outer space at the moment. So keep safe, everybody. I'm going to keep doing these videos throughout the next few weeks, even though we'll be in school holidays. But I may not be able to have them emailed out to you. So if you really want to make sure you get these videos, maybe you need to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If this is parents watching this, you might have to ask your sons or daughters how to do that. And I will try to put out a video every day just to keep building on this well-being. One final practical tip: drink water. Don't drink a massive glass of water all at once. Just try to sip a couple of sips of water every 15 to 20 minutes.